Retirement planners and advisors talk a lot about financial independence in retirement, but what about financial independence today? It's a conversation often overlooked as we focus on saving for the future. Here are the fast facts. The number of American households living paycheck to paycheck jumped to 64% in 2022, no doubt, a consequence of inflation. This means that there is no extra money at the end of the month to set aside for a rainy day. It's why Bankrate found that the majority of U.S. households, 57% of Americans, are unable to cover an unexpected expense of $1,000. The average cost of a new set of tires, $600. The average cost of a washing machine, $1,200. The average deductible on your medical plan, $1,600 to $7,000. There are a few things in life that are certain: death, taxes, and unexpected expenses. And this is why I support Secure 2.0's effort to expand our current retirement system into a chassis that addresses both long-term and short-term financial needs. The personal emergency distribution of $1,000 and the pension-linked emergency savings accounts initially received pushback from clients and the industry. Why are we letting our employees raid their retirement accounts early? Shouldn't we be saving them from themselves and their long-term savings from bad financial decisions today? Here's why I think you should seriously consider adding at least one of these to your plan in the future. Number one, every certified financial planner will tell you the first step to financial independence is creating an emergency savings account for today. Yes, even before saving for retirement. If you can't financially weather an emergency today, you'll start accumulating debt and fall even further behind. Number two, we know the most successful way of getting employees to save is by automatically deducting it from their paycheck. 64% of Americans don't live paycheck to paycheck. They live net deposit to net deposit. They can't spend the money if they don't have it. We can leverage the success of our existing payroll deduction programs to help our employees meet short-term savings goals. Number three, I believe that carving out a portion of the retirement account for emergency expenses will actually reduce retirement plan leakage. Here's why. Most retirement plans do allow for loans. According to Vanguard, the average loan balance from their retirement plans is roughly $11,000. We do know that about 35% of those people taking a loan have done so to cover an unexpected expense. Now, somebody has an emergency expense. Let's say they need $800. They log into their 401k and see that they can take a loan. Here's the catch. Most loans require a minimum loan of $1,000, and they allow you to take up to 50% of your vested account balance. So the employee may only need $800, but they log in, see that they have to at least take $1,000, but wait, they actually could access $15,000. We know behaviorally when participants are tempted with that type of cash, they're more likely to take it. By making the distributions more flexible, but capping them at a lower amount, we believe these provisions will actually reduce short-term distributions. Number four, both the emergency distribution and the pension-linked emergency savings accounts are designed to reduce penalties and maybe even taxes employees have to pay. The personal emergency distribution waives the 10% early withdrawal penalty, and if not paid back, requires them to wait another 3 years before they can take another one. The pension-linked emergency savings account is actually funded with after-tax dollars and puts restrictions on the fees employees can be assessed as they tap into it, which makes sense. More than 60% of retirement plans today have automatic enrollment, and Secure 2.0 requires all new plans to have it by 2025. If we know that most of our employees cannot cover a $1,000 unexpected expense, then why are we forcing them to save in a vehicle they cannot access until they're nearly 60 years old without taxes and penalties. It is counterintuitive to point number one. The first step to financial independence is creating an emergency savings account. You are looking at the 401k lady, the number one advocate for the 401k plan. But I think we as employers and an industry need to get real about the daily financial struggles our employees face. We have a great program in place that encourages savings. Let's leverage that and expand it to a broader program that addresses both long-term and short-term financial needs. That's it for this week. This is Jeannie, the 401k lady.